The cards will decide from the Apron of Fate the food to cook and what's on the plate. You know, I'm often asked, where do I get the inspiration from for the recipes I cook on my Weber Q? It's a difficult one. For starters, I'm a confirmed foodie. I live to eat. I'm an avid reader of food magazines. I don't watch cookery programs on TV and YouTube. And when it comes to presents at Christmas and birthdays, invariably it's food related. At my last birthday I got these Easy Eats recipe cards. Now let's put them to the test. I'm wearing the Apron of Fate. I'm going to put this pack of cards into the pocket of my apron. I'll draw out one card at random, and whatever is on that card is what I'm going to cook. I've not cooked anything from these cards before. There'll be no rehearsal. This will be a first. I'll go out and shop the ingredients and we'll cook it today. So here goes. Drum roll. And it's coconut and lime chicken thighs. Flavours of the Caribbean. Sounds good to me. So what do we need? 1 kilo of boneless, skinless chicken thighs, 360 ml, 1.5 cups of coconut and lime marinade. Check the recipe card for homemade. So before we can make this, we've got to make the marinade, which is on another recipe card. Someone's having a laugh here. It says to check the recipe card for homemade. I'm having to search through the whole pack. I've yet to see the word homemade. That must be the one, coconut and lime marinade. Okay, I've made a list of all the ingredients from the two cards. I'll get this apron off and go and do the shopping. So I've got all the ingredients from the both cards and I'm going to make a start on prepping the marinade. The recipe calls for 50 grams or 1 cup of fresh coriander. I've measured out 50 grams and there is a cup measure. A bit of disparity? You would not fit all that into the cup. The method says to combine all the ingredients and enjoy. But the picture doesn't show a bunch of coriander with coconut milk, olive oil, juice of a lime and zest, and curry paste poured all over it. The ingredients list tells us to zest and juice the lime, but says nothing about chopping the coriander. And that's what I'm going to do now in the small bowl of my food processor. So it's lid on and a few pulses, job done. Now for the zest and the juice of 1 lime. Limes are quite a small fruit, so I'm making sure to get as much zest as I can. The skin is quite tough. My zester is struggling a bit. Must get every little bit. Now for the juice. First, halve the lime. You know, I love the smell that citrus fruit gives off as its juice is extracted. And that's the zest and lime juice done. Now in the large bowl, I'm going to do exactly what the method says, combine all the ingredients. First, 50 grams of chopped coriander, 180 ml of coconut milk, 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, that's 2 and 3. The zest and the juice of a lime, 2 teaspoons of Thai red curry paste, a few crystals of sea salt and a few grinds of black pepper. Lid on and whiz it all to combine. And that is coconut lime marinade. I have a pack of supermarket boneless, skinless chicken thigh fillets, and they're all going into a bowl. Pour about 250 grams or a cup of marinade over the chicken. Here again, I'm a little bit confused with liquid being quoted in grams. I have just about half a cup left over for a sauce. Get your hands in and make sure the chicken is well and truly coated. Cover and seal with cling film. And it's into the fridge for, as the method says, at least 15 minutes and up to 3 hours. This will be having 3 hours. While the chicken is in the fridge, I'll carry on out here with the rest of the preparation. So I'm going to need a large pinch of coriander, I've got that, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. I could only get garlic granules, but I reckon they'll still do the same job. And 1 medium onion, finely diced, plus lime wedges to serve. I'll dice the onion and get the Weber Q on to warm up. Everyone has their own way of dicing onion, and this is my way. First it's slice, and then it's dice. Simple. Well, the chicken has been marinating for 3 hours and it's time to get it onto the grill. Listen to that sizzle. And the smell is just heaven. The chicken is cooking nicely. I'm turning it only once and basting with marinade to keep it moist. Doesn't that just look good? Looking at the method on the chicken card, there is no mention of what to do with the diced onion or garlic powder. Who writes this stuff? I think I'll fry off some of that onion together with the garlic granules and use it to make a sauce with that half a cup of marinade that hasn't been in contact with the chicken. "75 degrees, that's done. Okay, the chicken is coming off the grill and will be resting for the next 5 minutes. While it's resting, a splash of oil in the pan. Soften the onion. Add a little of the garlic granules. The onion is just starting to brown. Big mistake. The pan's too hot. I didn't intend to cook down the marinade. Just get it off the heat. So there is the finished coconut and lime chicken thighs. Add a blob or two of the paste that should have been a sauce, a few lime wedges, and to garnish, that pinch of coriander. And that is coconut and lime chicken. You know, that chicken tasted surprisingly good, even though the recipe cards are rubbish and I messed up the sauce. Have you ever tried to cook anything from a naff recipe? If so, I'd love to hear your experiences. All you have to do is click that button and sub the channel. Activate and ding the bell and say what you've got to say in the community box below. Now, I'm off to finish off the rest of that chicken. So join me next time on the barbecue walk of flame and see what's cooking on my Weber Q. So from me, the old geezer at the grill, it's goodbye, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.